Grand Risings. Amanda Amble's here and I'm ambling along and I'm just pontificating and thinking about a few things. So today I woke up to some very abusive stuff online, but it's kind of become like the norm for me to be called that I'm a liar, to be told that I'm full of misinformation, and to be honest, it just kind of goes over my head now. And it's interesting because one of the agreements, the 4 agreements, don't know whether any of you have read that, is don't take anything personally. So yeah, we got to not take things personally in life, because people are only coming towards you and treating you with their level of consciousness, the level that they are at. So it's not necessarily a reflection of your own worth. And that's something that I've really learnt this past year or so. And I've stepped out of my comfort zone time and time again. I can't believe with the first interview that we did, myself and Jack, when we interviewed Draupadi, I can't believe just how shy I was and how I just didn't even want to be on camera, to be honest. Yeah, just being in front of the camera and doing interviews and stuff, that was stepping out of my comfort zone. Although I had been a teacher most of my life, it was quite a different thing to have a camera pointed at you and to become quite public about things. Now, I have been quite outspoken about stopping the World Heritage status in Glastonbury. And, I've become a bit like Marmite. You love me or you hate me. But it's kind of been quite an interesting journey. And, recently I've had a bit of connection with some of the councillors. I've had chats with them over coffee and things. And at the end of the day, I guess we're all people, but we're on different sides as well. So, yeah, stepping out of our comfort zones, that's an important thing to do, isn't it? Otherwise, we just plod along in life, doing the same things, doing the same routines. I'm quite interested in watching videos and things about longevity. And one of the big things that I gleaned from one video that I saw was a lady was talking about doing different things, making her life quite interesting, as in, saying, oh, today I'm going to go to an art gallery, or today I'm going to go to the beach. And so, it's great to just be spontaneous, isn't it? And me being one of those earthy Taurians, I'm not always the most spontaneous person. But yesterday I did think, no, I'm just going to go to the beach, get some fish and chips. It doesn't matter if it's raining, I don't care. And I just kind of took myself off, and that did me the world of good and cleared my head and things. So yeah, and the other thing I've been doing is just taking myself away from the house and sleeping in my little micro camper, which I feel does get me more in touch with the elements. And I know people like you, Kel, live in your boat full time, and there's a lot of full-time van livers out there, and I feel like you're more connected. And I did see something very strange in the sky when I was sleeping in the van on Northload Street. And I know some of you may know that I'm quite interested in sort of extraterrestrial stuff, because I've had a few experiences. And I saw about 12 lights. They were kind of like double lights in a big circle. And then later on that evening, that night, there was like a helicopter circling around, and a lot of people online were saying, why is that helicopter circling around and stuff. So yeah, interesting times that we're living through. And there's a lot more people kind of starting their YouTube channels, their YouTube journeys, which I find exciting. But simultaneously there's a lot of AI stuff happening. But I want to keep my channel quite ready and raw, and just kind of speaking in the moment, really, because I think that's has more interest for me anyway. I like to hear people's real stories, their true stories, and their own perceptions of the world, you know, warts and all, really, kind of thing. And I appreciate, like, some people are very professional, they look really sort of, you know, well polished, and, you know, they have speeches and things, but I've come to the conclusion I don't think that's me, really. So with regard to the World Heritage thing, it's been like being a detective the last year. And I've noticed quite a lot of people have kind of got a bit fed up of the whole thing. And some people are pulling away, other people are getting more involved. And I guess that's human nature, isn't it? You know, some people come, some people go. And, you know, I've met some really great people through it, so I'm really grateful for that. And I've had some interesting times, like being interviewed by the BBC and David Curtin and all kinds of, and even Gareth Ike. You know, it's hopefully I've got it out into the world what's going on, but it's actually massive what's going on. And I've been sort of researching a bit further into these OUVs, which is outstanding universal values, and that Glastonbury has to tick at least one of these. And the consultants who have been paid $42,000 for the first stage of this consultation, and, you know, I've seen their remit and everything and the different stages. So it's crazy the order that their stages are in. So the, you know, whether it fits the OUV thing comes much later than all the other things. And nowhere in their remit is about actually, you know, doing some kind of consultation. So there's something called the gunning principle, and they've actually, you know, gone against that. There are certain things within the law that I've seen, as well as natural law, of course, you know, which should not be overlooked, and especially in such a spiritual place as Glastonbury. So yeah, I'm looking towards a judicial review. I'm preparing to send all the councillors some warnings, and the clerk as well. And, you know, ain't no stopping us now. Sorry about that. I do like a good dance, so I hope you don't mind my silly dance videos. Yesterday, I was so happy because I reached 300 subscribers. That's 300 souls out there. So thank you guys. I was really over the moon about it. You know, we're living in quite a world of gloom and doom. So to get great news like that, honestly, it lifted me so much. So thank you guys for listening to me, supporting me. It means so, so much. And to be honest, this channel means more to me than I ever thought it ever would. You know, I thought it was just going to be about getting information out there, political information and a few poems. I must get back to doing my Poets Corner because I did enjoy that as well. But I don't even know what I was saying. You know, being a bit ADHD, I do go off on tangents and things. But the 300 subscriber thing means so much to me because, you know, originally I was deplatformed from Facebook when I first started speaking out against the World Heritage status scoping in Glastonbury. But it kind of really lifted me and made me feel even more determined to take this on and to keep going with it. The number of times that I've tried to give up or had breaks and things, but I'm feeling full powered again. I'm feeling like stepping out of my comfort zone. It's like on this fridge magnet on my mum's fridge, it says, if you don't take risks, nothing good or bad will ever happen to you. And I think that's kind of like my dictum for life as well. And, you know, it's all about the ups and downs, and it's all about how we deal with the fire. It's how we deal with adversity, isn't it? And the challenges. And that is also stepping out of our comfort zone. So I think that the overarching theme today is about stepping out of our comfort zone. Have you stepped out of your comfort zone recently? I know that when I do cold water swimming, that is people think I'm crazy, but it's like a complete reset to my mental and physical state. So I will be going on Thursday. I might make a little video down there, a sort of before and after, so, you know, part of the health matters thing. And I will be doing a video about my Tesla therapy machine as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being one of the 300 plus people on my channel. I really appreciate you. Loads and loads of love. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Take care.